from Cooking with Plants, and today I'm making Mediterranean baked eggplant with a balsamic and maple glaze. So let's get started. What you need is some good sized eggplants or aubergines, and slice them through into reasonably thin slices, but still leave enough texture there so when it bakes that it leaves enough of that bite feel at the end of it all, so it doesn't just bake down to nothing. With the ends, keep them reasonably thick and cut some slits into them as you would a traditional roast, and press in some garlic cloves as well, so this will add a beautiful flavour to the outside of these. Next, slice yourself some tomato, and then this will be placed in between the eggplant cavities and place them into all of the gaps. And just be sure to fan out the eggplant as you go, as you're filling it too. So you could also fill these with slices of potato or some mushrooms, whatever your preferred flavours are. Even some zucchini or courgette would be perfect. So that's the tomato in. Next, I've just got a couple of large roasted red peppers that were marinated in some vinegar, and these are store-bought, so you could make your own roasted peppers if you like, but I'm going the lazy way for this and using the store-bought. So I'm just going to place a slice of that in between each of these spaces as well. Before you start making the glaze for this, preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius or approximately 350 degrees Fahrenheit. To make your glaze, get a mixing container or a small bowl and add in 1/4 or 1/4 of a cup of balsamic vinegar, 1/4 or 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of tamari or soy sauce, 1/2 teaspoon each of coarse Celtic sea salt and ground up powdered ginger, and also 1 teaspoon of garlic granules. You could also use fresh garlic and fresh ginger if you prefer. And 1 tablespoon of chopped up scallions or shallots as we call them in Australia. And just give this a good stir through. Now it's time to make the magic happen and put this glaze onto your eggplant. So with a basting brush, just put this mixture over. Make sure it all gets in between as well. This will add so much flavour and be super delicious. Okay, so now that you've got that mixture into all of the nooks and crannies and that flavour will be super delicious throughout these, they're ready to go in the oven, and we're going to thicken up the rest of the glaze. So to thicken the glaze, I've got just over 100 ml of the glaze mixture left, so I'm just pouring that into a cold pan. I'm using a non-stick pan, but you could use any pot or pan that you like. And I'm just going to add a little bit, about a teaspoon's worth of cornstarch, just to thicken this mixture. I'm just going to mix that through before I start to heat it up, just so you don't get any lumps in this glaze. Now put your mixture on a medium-high heat to thicken it up. Just keep stirring this constantly as it's heating so you don't get any lumps in your glaze. Once your glaze is thickened, just turn off the heat and set it aside. Okay, so these have been in the oven for 40 minutes, depending on the size of your eggplant that you're using or the exact temperature of your oven. You may need to adjust that cooking time slightly, but 40 to 45 minutes seems to be a really good cooking time. Now I'm going to move these onto a serving platter. So I've just got a very large oversized egg flip that I'm going to use, just so it all stays together beautifully. And then place that on, and the second one goes on too. Now what I'm going to do is pour these juices into the glazed mixture. It'll just heat it up again and also make it a little bit runnier. And just give it another stir through just to mix those hot juices with the glaze that you cooked earlier. And it is smelling and looking super delicious. So it's time to pour over some of your glaze. Just drizzle it over. Oh, this is perfect for a Christmas lunch or a Christmas dinner, or even a nice dinner party. Great little idea. I'm going to test one little corner here. I'm sure no one will notice. I'm only sharing it with my husband, so I'm sure he won't. He won't hold it against me. He knows I love my food. Beautiful fresh flavours. Perfect to go with a salad or baked vegetables. Yum. Those flavours are just dancing in my mouth at the moment. Absolutely delicious. So easy to make. Looks really impressive. Give it a try and let me know what you think. Remember, you can print the recipe off my website at cookingwithplants.com and join me on Facebook at Cooking with Plants. See you next time and let me know what you think. Bye for now.